ようヒゲ面てめえくせえし汚えしブサイクじゃねえかクソが
Hey guys, it's Ashley here with WatchMojo, and these are the top 10 ultimate anime paybacks. For this list, we're going to be looking at the best instances of anime characters getting sweet, sweet revenge. What are your favorite payback scenes? Be sure to let us know in those comments below. And as always, if there's an anime list you want to see, go to my Twitter at AshJBo and let me know. Number 10, Makoto snaps. Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy. Even the most benevolent of heroes have a breaking point, and unfortunately for this band of thieves, they witnessed Makoto's firsthand. Despite being trapped in another world and told he's too ugly to be a hero, this all-powerful adventurer's optimism and generosity extend even to trespassing bandits. But after saving them from vicious elves, how do they repay him? By raiding the town's armory, of course.
お前たちを殺しておくべきだったと。
When the resulting scuffle leads to the death of a young orc, Makoto finally cracks and makes brutal, effective work of a thief in retribution. As the first time we see him succumb to his darker impulses, he almost seems like a completely different character, but that's the very reason this scene remains so memorable.
さようなら。
Number 9, Choked Out, Tokyo Revengers. There are a few things as universally cathartic as finally standing up to a bully, let alone one as despicable as Kiyomasa.
俺は逃げ続けて全部なくしたのに。
After half a season of constant ridicule and abuse, Takemichi finally makes a stand against the Manji gang member, and the resulting fight is as glorious as you'd expect.
二度目の人生今度は諦めねえ。
While it's just plain satisfying to see this villain finally get his comeuppance, the real heart of this scene is hearing the determined underdog proudly shout his name as he secures the win. Amidst murder, time travel, and gang wars, no moment hits quite as hard as this character-defining scene that sees Takemichi finally stop running away from his problems.
リベンジ成功。
Number 8, Game Over, Darwin's Game. Death was always a looming consequence for anyone who lost this game of murder and loot boxes. But Wang and his clan took this a step too far. When the brilliant but kind-hearted Kaname outwits the villainous 8th clan out of an event reward, they seek retribution by offing the innocent Shinosuka.
死の
Kaname doesn't take this lying down, and when he sends the ruthless Shuka to dole out revenge, the once dangerous 8th clan leader ends up a limbless, groveling husk of his former self. If Shuka's effortless dispatchment didn't bruise his ego, Kaname saving the final blow for himself sure would. Number 7, Tempest Bites Back. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. As a rule of thumb, messing with an all-powerful slime that can take on the powers of anything they consume is probably not a great idea. But someone didn't send Falmouth this memo, and when Rimuru discovers the enemy forces have ransacked Tempest, he and the kingdom's army retaliate in what is one of the most efficient massacres of all time. With a single devastating display of power from his Megiddo, Rimuru paints a loud and clear picture that revenge is a dish best served dramatically.
死ね神の怒りに焼き貫かれてメギド始ま
Oh yeah, and did we mention, he then uses the spirits of the dead Falmouth to become a literal demon lord and revive all the fallen in Tempest. Now that's just salt in the wound. Number 6, Char vs the Zabi, Mobile Suit Gundam. Even amidst intergalactic warfare and giant mecha fights, one of the most exciting moments of the series ends with a single shot. In the early days of this legendary franchise, conflicted antagonist Char Aznable seeks revenge on the Zabi family for their presumed part in his father's death, even if it means going undercover in the very alliance he hates.
Don't take it personally. You can thank your father for this.
Char, you double-crossed me, Char!
After an entire season of anticipation, Char finally destroys the last living member of the Zabi family in a glorious headshot, this one for the record books. It's over almost as soon as it begins, but as a brutally effective culmination of Char's quest for vengeance, it stands out among the out-of-this-world action as one of the greatest moments in the whole franchise. Number 5, Naofumi's personal brand of vengeance, the rising of the shield hero. If it weren't bad enough that out of every mythical weapon granted to the legendary heroes, Naofumi is given just a shield, he's also framed for making indecent advances on the princess.
マイン、なんでお前そんなこと。俺たち仲間じゃ。
But when he returns from his banishment and clears his name, he spares the treasonous princess and her co-conspirator father from execution with a fate that might be even worse.
ナオフミ様、お願い、助けて、ナオフミ様。
They can live, but only if they change their names to bitch and trash respectively.
だから俺から提案だ。王はこれからクズ。第一王女はビッチと名前を改めろ。クズ。
ビッチですって。
As far as payback goes, it's hard to think of a better way to humiliate your foe than this. Number 4, Levi beats Zeke again. Attack on Titan. Third time's the charm. It took a few extra tries, but not even Zeke could weasel out of Levi's grasp this time. After Eren's misguided sibling turns his entire squadron into Titans, Levi seeks revenge. Watching him truly frightened as Levi tears through everything to get to him is one of the series' most cathartic moments, but the satisfaction doesn't end there.
なんだよ、もう、またかよ。
With a helpful assist from a Thunder Spear, Levi manages to pierce the Beast Titan's exterior to burn the villain from the inside out. It's a violent, fitting end to Levi's pursuit, and though it was a long time coming, we think Erwin would approve. Number 3, Pito's Beatdown, Hunter x Hunter. It takes a lot to push Gon this far, but we can't say this cat-like chimera ants didn't get what they had coming.
やっぱりカイトを直してくれないの。
After killing Kite and turning him into a mindless puppet, Gon is determined to defeat Neferpito, even at the risk of losing his Nen forever.
貴様殺す。
Aside from the innate emotion of avenging a fallen comrade, each of Gon's blows are ferocious to the point we're surprised there was anything recognizable left of the Chimera Ant when he was finished. If it wasn't clear before, it is now. Gon may look like a carefree child, but he's more than capable of dishing out a deserved punishment. Number 2, Roasted Envy, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Did someone order a smoked homunculus? The shape-shifting villain's murder of Mace Hughes is a tragic turning point in the series, but it pays off masterfully when Mustang finally gets his fiery revenge.
貴様がヒューズを殺したその事実さえ分かればよいもう喋らなくていいぞエンビまずその下の根から焼き尽くしてやろう
In a terrifying display of power, the Colonel burns Envy alive faster than they can heal themselves, even with a Philosopher's Stone. There's no one better than Mustang to avenge his closest friend, and though it's violent to the point of excess, it's hard not to cheer as the despicable villain finally pays for their crimes. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Shikamaru buries Hidan. Naruto Shippuden. This takes the idea of burying the hatchet to new heights. The villainous Akatsuki are a force to be reckoned with, but when they ruthlessly murder Team 10's leader, Azuma, Shikamaru and the others are determined to get revenge despite the odds.
まだこれくらいのチャクラは残ってるぜ
Of course, that's easier said than done when your enemy is literally immortal. Luckily, the sharp-witted shinobi knows the perfect workaround, burying him alive. It's a fate worse than death, but from the hands of Azuma's protege, it's also an undeniably poetic end to the invincible zealots, by using the fallen mental's lighter to set off the final explosion.
出すな俺だてめえなんてはだけて十分だよく噛んでバラバラにしてやるぜ
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.